Good morning. A few weeks back we covered how to move a beehive a long distance. Today we're going to cover how to move it a short distance, and there's quite a few things to consider when you're going to move your hive. Number one is the bees and their orientation. So they tend to be really geo-located to this very spot. So if you just pick up your beehive and move it, they come back and go, hey, where's my hive? So you've got to think about that bit. And the next bit is making sure when you move your hive you're going to be safe. Make sure you've got some good protective gear on. Some people are really allergic to bees. Now, moving a hive, you can get into a situation where this separates from the baseboard. Bees usually stick their super to the brood box quite nicely, but the baseboard to the brood box can get a bit wobbly. So as you can see here, I've put a strap around it. So to do that, you need to prepare your hive. Now, we've used the plug in here. This hive does not have bees in it. It's just for show and tell today. If you've got questions, put them in the comments below and we'll answer them. So the first thing we're doing is just strapping it up to make sure it's secure for the move. If we were going on a long move, I would use a couple of ratchet straps or M-locks to really hold that down tight, but we're only going a little ways, so I think we'll be okay with this small cam strap. The next thing to think about is whether you want to do a closed entrance move or an open entrance move. Now, if I was doing the step-by-step approach, we're going to cover two for the short distance. One is step-by-step, and the other is the reorientation for when you're going maybe more than 10 meters. So if we're only planning to go say 5 meters, then we could do it in increments, just simply by picking up the hive and moving it probably less than 2 meters or 2 yards a day. So we'll do that now by beehives can be quite heavy, so get some help. Now, do put on your bee suit, do put on your gloves, because you may find your bees get quite cranky when the hive is moved, especially if the box parts move. So I'm just going to pick up that hive here, and we'll just move it about that far. And what you'll find now is you watch the bees reorientating to this new spot. Now, this has got adjustable feet, so we can adjust this corner to level the hive up. And so the bees will tend to fly to their old spot, which was just here, and they'll all be buzzing around going, where's my hive, where's my hive? But it's close enough for them to go, okay, there it is. If you go 4 meters, then they'll start getting quite confused and ball up here where their hive used to be. However, if you just keep moving, the next day you come along and go another step, then you can do it bit by bit and slowly get your beehive into the position you want to. If you want to go further than that, then you have to consider the bees and their reorientation. And there's a few techniques to help the bees reorientate to the new one. As usual, if you've got questions, put them in the comments below and we'll answer them while we're live here. So if you're going further, you may choose to close them up in the night or the early morning, so the bees are actually in the hive and not getting out while you're moving it. Now, you can use anything to block the entrance, but first of all, to get them to run in, often there's quite a lot of bees around the entrance of your hive here, even at night. They're just hanging out on the hive front, enjoying the cool breeze. And if you just give them a little whiff of smoke, you don't need to blow it into the hive. After a couple of minutes, they tend to run in to the hive. So just a little whiff of smoke past them, the bees run in, seize the opportunity when almost all of them are in, just by putting something in the entrance. Now, steel wool works. This stainless steel wool isn't as good. Steel wool's a bit more malleable. You can also you can tape something across the entrance. If you're going to leave it blocked, do make sure the ventilation is in the correct position at the back. So with our Flow Hive 2, you need vents up. If you're using another type of beehive, if you've got our classic, then the core flute slider should be in the lower position to allow lots of ventilation while you've got your hive more closed. They do need air. So then, if we move it further, so let's just pick up the hive again, and if we're moving a longer distance, now they're going to get quite confused, but what we can do to help them is put something in front of the entrance to actually confuse them when they come out. They'll go, something's different here, and you'll get less bees going back to that old spot. Now, you can do that by taping a rag across the entrance, like this. So if you tape that there on the sides, the bees will come racing out, run into this tea towel, and go, hang on, something's different here. And that'll cause most bees to reorientate to the new location. Now, another method is a branch, so it doesn't matter, but you just want to really obscure the entrance, so you can put a whole lot of branchy stuff in front, and at that point you open the entrance again and the bees will fly out, recognise that it's different, and hopefully reorientate to the new spot. Now, it's not completely successful. You will get quite a lot of bees going to the old location still if you're using this method, in which case you can either put a box there and collect them and transfer them to the new location. You might have to do that for a few days in a row to get them all to come to here, or if there's other beehives around the old location, those orphaned bees will just find the old beehive, the other beehives. And so yeah, another method is you can move them more. You can do a long distance move twice to get them to the new location. So that would be going more than about 4 miles, 6.5 kilometres, leave them there for 3 weeks, and then bring them back again to the new location in your yard.
Technical difficulties.
So that's the two methods: the step by step, or the move it further and put something in front to cause the bees to reorientate. Thanks a lot for watching. Catch you again next week.